prepared for hacks, guys. We are back again today with another OraZoU Wi-Fi battle, and you just heard a Skype notification sound that was not your Skype. So let me close or put on Do Not Disturb. That's one of the things I hate about the new Skype. Anyways, today I got a battle against Goal. Let's get this popping. So I'm at PAX South more than likely right now. Not sure what day it is or anything like that. I don't know what order these are all going up, but it's still Wednesday. Still recording. I'm pumping them out. I'm doing my best. I got like 3 or 4 done right now, and I've got a couple more to do that I want to try and get done tonight. Because today is like the last day that I have to record these. But I lead off Keldeo. He leads off with the Latias. Actually goes for Actually goes for a trick as I go for Protect. This isn't Star Trek. This is Pokemon. And I was going to go out to Thug Trio. And I actually end up switching out on the same turn, which is really good for me because I would have been stuck there. I would have been arena trapped. So I'm glad I switched out. Unfortunately, I switch out into my Terrakion, which is no bueno. But I'm going to go for a close combat. I mean, it's all I really have at this point. I take it down to its Satch. Gosh, dang it, I cannot talk. It's Sash. It's Focus Sash, which is also bueno. But he actually ends up going for Stealth Rocks, which is even better for me because I don't have to lose my Terrakion just yet. So he actually ends up switching out here, which is fine with me. Obviously does not want to die to another close combat. Switches out into Landorus, which is also not optimal for me because it's a Landorus, and I freaking hate this Pokemon. But I'm going to go for a close combat as, you know, he switched out. But I actually got a crit there, and it did about 52%, so I'm super pumped about that. Because that is a resisted hit. Had it not been resisted, it probably would have killed that thing. But I'm going to switch out because I don't want to lose my Terrakion to an Earthquake. Switching on out into Zapdos. It's the best option for me here. Although he does carry Stone Edge, he's not going to Stone Edge a Terrakion. It's quad resisted by Terrakion. So there's no possible way that he... I mean, there is a possible way, but it's highly unlikely. But he actually ends up going for U-turn, which is fine because I also resist that. And now I'm at my Zapdos, so I have, unless he switches in something crazy, I should have the ability to go for Defog here, which could help get rid of the rocks. But now the Doug Trio is back out. So it's I can't Roost because he could go for Earthquake. He actually ends up just going for Toxic, which is probably his best play. It's probably his best play because he knows that I'm going to go for Defog. And that way, when I go for Heat Wave next turn, he can set up his Stealth Rocks again. So, best option that I should have done, I should have just outright killed this thing instead of going for Defog. But you never know what Doug Trio is going to do. I don't even know what tier that thing is. Probably RU, but I don't know. And see, like I said, he's going to get his rocks back up again. And it's really unfortunate because I wasted a turn going for Defog when I should have just killed the thing. So I'm going to take an extra turn of Toxic damage, which is not ideal at all. It's not something that I want to take. So I'm going to be taking that. I have 2 Sky messages now. So somebody's trying to get a hold of me. Anyways, back to the battle. Back to reality. Oh, there goes Gravity. Into the Latias. And I bet he's mad at me. What can I say? Anyways, I'm going to switch out, go out to my Keldeo. It's the only thing that I have that I think might possibly be able to live a hit, and I don't know what item he's holding. So if he's Scarfed, if he's Specs, I haven't figured it out yet. So it's really, really frustrating to not know what item your opponent has. But I did end up living the Draco Meteor, which is nice. But unfortunately for me, Latias outspeeds me regardless of what I do unless I'm Scarfed Keldeo, because Keldeo actually has, I believe, 1 or 2 base points. I think Keldeo is 109, and Latias and Latios are both 110. But he's going to go out into Rotom. Not sure why. He could have just killed me with another Draco Meteor. Guess maybe thought that I would switch and, I don't know, trap him somehow. I don't know. But I go for Icy Wind. And it's also very good because if he, for whatever reason, is Scarfed Rotom, then that means I can outspeed him this upcoming turn and then hit him with a Secret Sword. But it turns out he's just Leftovers Rotom anyway, so not too big of an issue. I'm going to go for Secret Sword here just to get some damage off. Keldeo's pretty much dead at this point. Next move I use, I actually kill myself to Life Orb damage. No, I don't. Not just yet. It's the next turn. But he goes for Volt Switch. Now, this is also very good for me in many ways. You know, he killed my Keldeo, but now that he's Volt Switched, you know, whatever he goes out into, I get a free switch into. Yeah, I'd get a free switch into the Rotom anyway, but it's still nice to know what he wants to go out into, whether, you know, whatever it is. But I'm going to go out into my Terrakion, and the reason being is Terrakion is the thing that I have, the only thing that I had that's close to being able to match that speed, but I actually tricked him, double switched out into my Latios to get him to go for Psyshock, because I knew that he would be carrying it. I knew that he would, so force him to use it, It doesn't do too much, but it actually did, you know, a little bit more than I expected. So I'm starting to think that he's Specs, but then again, I'm not sure. He stayed in on a Terrakion, so it could be Scarfed as well. But I actually end up going for Draco Meteor. He switches out into Rotom. That thing is definitely dead and gone. Dead and gone. Lots of, I don't know, not references. That's the first reference to anything I think that I've made this match, but lots of music flowing through me today, I suppose. But he switches out into Talonflame, and this is where I get a little scared. So Latios is definitely dead at this point, because that is a banded Talonflame, and I can tell you right off the bat that that is a banded Talonflame because he told me so in the chat when we were battling, so I know that it's banded. I asked like after the Talonflame was dead, so it's like, what item was that? He's like, yeah, it's choice banded. So the only thing that I have that can possibly take a hit from this thing is my Zapdos. Just because I resist the Brave Bird, I live, which is bueno, but instead of killing this thing, I opt to go for Defog. It's not the greatest option. Getting rid of this Talonflame is probably the better option, but getting rid of Stealth Rocks definitely helps out. He has no way to get them back up now that his Dugtrio is gone. And, you know, although I am going to lose my Zapdos to this Talonflame, I don't know. Killing it would have probably been the best option. But getting rid of rocks is always a good option, especially if you have a Pokemon that's really weak, semi-weak, or, you know, whatever. It's still a good idea to get rid of rocks, unless you have pokes that just absolutely resist them. Terrakion is one of those pokes that absolutely resist the rocks, but he actually ends up switching out here, and I don't know why. I'm pretty sure that Brave Bird would have killed me, but I'm not sure. He's going to go out into Landorus, which is fine. You know, I'm gonna click Stone Edge because he has a Talonflame out, and it's the second strongest move that I have on this Terrakion. Stone Edge is killing that Landorus, which is nice and bueno as always. And now he's gonna go out into the Latias, which pretty much tells me that he is Scarfed after all, and it does turn out to be a Scarfed Latias. So he's gonna go for Draco Meteor, which is fine for me because I'm pretty sure that I can live one, and I do, which is also, you know, is pretty dang bueno. So I'm going to get the Stone Edge. I actually hit the Stone Edge, which is great. I get the crit. This Terrakion literally was on a roll. You know, I got the crit close combat, for Christ's sakes. And then I get the crit Stone Edge, which is also very good. Just going to click another Draco Meteor. That is going to be enough to take out my Terrakion. Call it a date, Kappa. So Terrakion is gone. Latios is almost dead. I'm going to go out into my Zelf here. And I am actually going to click Stealth Rocks, and there's a couple of reasons why. If he switches out into Talonflame and I click Stealth Rocks, his Latias dies when it comes back in. At least I'm pretty sure that it does. If he wants to stay in with Latias, Talonflame takes Stealth Rocks damage when it comes in and then kills itself to Brave Bird, which is also nice. And I can't remember what his last Pokemon is, but that will take Stealth Rocks damage too, of course. So he's going to take some Brave Bird damage. That my Zelf is definitely gone. Like I said, he is a banded Talonflame. I'm going to go out into my Saiyan, my Pidgeot here. And the main reason why I wanted to get rid of the Stealth Rocks is because, you know, I do have a Mega Pidgeot, and I don't want to take Stealth Rocks damage. So I'm out into the Pidgeot. He clicks Brave Bird, and I'm like, well, GG Ming. This battle's over. Great game. You know, it was close. And then I live. I live with 7 HP, and that Talonflame dies, and that's really nice. I actually have Hidden Power Water on my Mega Pidgeot because it's supposed to go on a rain team. Now he's going to go out into his own Pidgeot, so unless he has, you know, unless he has Protect, I outspeed, hit the Hurricane, and more than likely I don't kill, and he gets confused. That's the best play. But I actually just end up outright killing that thing. I'm pretty sure I max rolled that there. I think someone in the chat did a calc and I max rolled. Then he goes out into Latias and it dies to the Stealth Rocks as it comes in. So, Stealth Rocks are a lot more important than you think. They definitely make a difference. Getting them up early game is always the better idea because however many times they switch, they're going to be taking the Stealth Rocks damage. But even late game rocks, as stupid as it may sound, can always make a difference. It literally turned the tide of that battle for me. Had I not gotten them up, I would have lost. Because even if I managed to kill Talonflame, even if I managed to somehow, if I got a crit hurricane on that Pidgeot and killed it, excuse me, killed it, he would still have a Choice Scarf Latias in the back that would have outsped me. But the Stealth Rocks, you know, killed it. So it was a bit of a play. When I clicked Stealth Rocks, I wasn't entirely sure how much HP that Latias had. I wasn't paying too much attention. And I was just like, well, I'll click them and hopefully things will work out. And they did end up working out. This is probably I wouldn't say my first, because that one battle that I had was probably my first favorite. But this was a really good battle. Very, very close match. And, you know, thanks to a couple of sharp rocks on the ground, you know, I came back. So it's definitely a good match. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I'm over 10 minutes, and that sucks. We're actually going on 11 minutes here. But like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. And we will see you guys hopefully back again tomorrow. But if not tomorrow, the next day after that. And, you know, as always, may the hacks be with you.